Hello and good evening. Welcome, welcome. We are Karren's Carrots, and we welcome you this Thursday at 7. We have a fun topic tonight, and this topic actually came about because it's that time, that season, so to speak, where lots of people begin taking vacations. But I wanted to specifically talk about EAs in the C suite and the stress and everyday putting out fires kind of environment they live in, and the importance of taking time away from the job. One of the things I used to do, I used to think if I didn't plan a vacation, if I wasn't going somewhere, why bother to take a vacation? Then maybe there was something at home, some project at home you wanted to take care of, so you took time off for that. But is that really a vacation? I don't think so. How many vacation days have you taken off so far this year? You know, vacation, staycation, timeouts, really, really very important. And it falls in that category of self help, self care. It's necessary for your health, your mental, physical, emotional health to step away from that everyday grind for a while. And stepping away is not what I just described, staying home to take care of some project. That's not vacation. Vacation is actually, or staycation meaning that you're not going far. But vacation is really stepping away from what you do every day, and preferably out of the home, even if it isn't far, but not staying in the home where invariably things that need to be done, your attention will be pulled in one direction or another, a direction that may not be calming, soothing, and distracting from all those I have to do things. Okay? It's said to really benefit from a vacation, taking time off from work. It needs to be spent away from home. Okay. If you're unable to take a vacation far away, or you're unable to go somewhere due to expenses, there are various things that you can do that doesn't cost a lot of money. For instance, you can rent an Airbnb, nearby. Perhaps you live near a shore point. It's just a drive that you can get away to. There are various things that you can do. And mind you, stepping away, I used to say when I pick vacations really for the water. I love the water. And one of the things I observed is getting away from all of that concrete, these high-rise buildings. I mean, you look out and bam, something's right in front of you, another building. Being near the water, it's freeing, it's relaxing. You don't necessarily have all those electronic gadgets within hand's reach. And it's freeing for the mind, for the brain, to have these free airwaves, space to just breathe and relax and get away from the mundane, to get away from what you have to do, the phones, to put out this fire, to make that decision, to complete this project. It is really, really necessary, such that you're recharged when you return to what is your work, your career, your everyday doing. It's also suggested that you spend at least 3 days away from the home. Okay, so you don't have a lot of time, or you can't take a lot of time away. 3 days away from the home. It could be in a condo, it could be at the beach, it could be downtown, just away from your everyday environment. This gives the brain a chance to engage in new sights, sounds, smells, people, emotions. And it also gives you an opportunity to think about something different, something new. This is how we continue to be creative in our lives, to be creative at work. When we break out of our daily routines and habits, and we stop working on autopilot, you're open to new thoughts. Isn't that interesting? And also, speaking of creativity, it's actually really good when you're around water and your thoughts are just able to flow and there is nothing blocking it, where you'll be able to have these different thoughts, to be able to focus on something that, let's just say, is out of the realm for you on an everyday basis. As I said, staying away from home, it can be expensive. And by the way, if we have any hi Zakia, how are you? That's great. Zakia says, I try to get away every 90 days. That is absolutely terrific. And I heard someone else say that too, because it's actually a form of therapy. It's actually a form of therapy. And if we can plan it in our schedule, if we can plan it in our, sort of everyday kind of operation, we will benefit from it. Hi, Judith. How are you? I mean, I'm in Philadelphia, so we have various beach points 1 to 3 hour drive away. So it could be a day trip, if that's all you can do, but it's also good, as I mentioned, to have a 3-day away from home if you can. Let's see. So I talked about Airbnbs or finding homes, townhouses, condos. These are often available for short-term rent. I mean, you may have done it for an event or something, but it's also a good getaway for you to just have it. Maybe you'll do it with some friends and just veg out, as they say, putting electronics away and just indulging in you, okay, and all the things you don't do on a regular basis. And also, these places, of course, have kitchens, so that's another cost-saving measure that you could take advantage of that, would cut back on the expenses. The other thing, if you are able to rent a condo that has a pool, and just sitting poolside in your bathing suit or whatever, reading, just sitting there having thoughts that, you may start a business or you may do some crafts, whatever, but it's relaxing. And you can be creative. I think that's nice. You can also have a glass of wine, and that's nice as well. So, as Zakia said, she does it every 90 days. Here's a challenge. Right now, block out 3 to 5 days on the calendar for a vacation. And of course, you know your pocket and your budget, so you can block it out according to your own pocket as to where you'll go, or, just what your plan will be. You can actually take this weekend to just decide. you're going to spend the next 2 or 3 days. You know, I just had an idea, Judith. This idea popped up in my mind because of you. But you can have, for instance, a spa weekend. Wouldn't that be nice? Self-indulgence, just for you. Remove the stress, relax the mind, massage, facial, whatever. But it's that self-care that is really necessary that we often dispel, but it is necessary. So you'll spend the next months looking for that vacation. Okay, you plan it, you know what you're going to do. There's a different kind of energy that's working towards going on that vacation that makes you feel wonderful as well. And in the high stress area of the C-suite, it is also medicine, if you will, to step away. And of course, these things have to be done in concert with the schedule at work, with your executive. That's all understood. But you should definitely schedule it for your own good, okay? And so once you do that and you go back to the workplace, you feel renewed. You're refreshed. And yes, this is true. I've experienced it numerous times. It doesn't take long returning from a vacation for you to feel like, wow, did I just come back from vacation? Because immediately you're like right back in that rat race, right back on that wheel, doing whatever needs to be done nonstop, little thought really to your self-care, but in the mode of getting the job done, staying on top of whatever it is you have at hand. So every 90 days really sounds good. And if you can do that, you should really think about scheduling that kind of time. And it may not be the same amount of time each time. It may be 3 days you can do. Or it may be 5 days you can do. The point of the matter is you're stepping away and you're giving yourself, your mind, a break. You're even giving your eyes a break, for instance, if you're, at the computer a lot. All of this is helping you step back, okay? Another good thing to do, if you're so inclined, in addition to reading a good book, good fiction book, or whatever, take a journal, Just take your time and write down your thoughts or, some aspirations you may have, things you've been putting off. Relax, do it, and only focus on you. Let's see if we have any more comments here. Yes, it is all about total health and wellness, Judy. That's exactly what it's about. But I wanted to share this with you, and maybe some of you are already gone, which is great. But do think about getting away as soon as possible and put it on the calendar like other things that are so important. I even have something to help you along. It's a passport shirt. Grab your passport shirt and get going. Even if you're not crossing the water and going overseas, it's a symbol of travel. And it is necessary to get away and do that. I love that idea. At any rate, that's what I'm going to leave you with tonight. If you can go far, if you have greater time, do it. Your boss will thank you for it. Why? Because you've taken time to de-stress and you return recharge, you return fresh, and that is what's needed, especially today in the challenging times that we have to, if we do, have to go into the office and work. And by the way, that isn't to say if you're home and a lot of your life is on the computer and Zoom calls, that isn't challenging as well. either scenario, you need to take care of you, and stepping away and getting away is necessary. So I invite you, come get your passport shirt. Go to my website, www.easintheCsuite.com. Pick it up, have your itinerary in hand, and let's go. It's all for you, okay? And if anyone needs to reach me, you can at info@KarrenEHenderson.com, or you can go on my website, www.easintheCsuite.com, and just book a consultation. I'd love to talk to you, and that's all you have to do. So this is my last reminder. Go get your passport, take care of yourself, and wear your shirt with pride. Okay? Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you. I don't see any more. I don't see any more questions or anything, and talking about this is making me want to go on a vacation, which, it's time. People are ready to do that, since in a lot of cases last year they were basically curtailed from doing the type of travel they may have wanted to. But it's time. Take it and be well. Thank you again, and I'll see you next week with more Karren's Carrots. Have a good evening.